All right, everybody, welcome to I don't know what episode this is, but we're movies with my mother. I am Lexi,
And I'm Mom, Lori.
and today we had a good old time.
We did.
We watched 9 to 5,
What a way to make a living.
and I closed my notebook for some reason. Here we go. This movie clocked in at about an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay.
It was from 1980.
Yes.
It was rated PG. Now, this is before like PG and PG 13 and R were really differentiated
Right.
because they say shit a few times.
Yes. I
Uh,
think that this was pre-ratings, and
Yeah.
then recently it has been added on.
Yeah, before the
There's
MPAA stuff.
there's that little bit of gunplay,
Yeah.
but nothing. Oh, and drugs. Forgot the drugs.
Yeah. And drinking.
Oh yeah. Oh, this movie's bad.
And all that, and all that smoking in public places.
Yes, that's what they did back then.
Can't do that anymore.
Nuh-uh.
It was directed by Colin Higgins, a name I've never heard of.
Nope.
It got 83% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Yes.
58% on Metacritic,
Yes.
and 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
Okay.
And it made a shitload of money. Did you see that?
Man, $10 million budget,
Yeah.
and it made 103 point something million
And
in box office.
most of that was domestic.
Yeah,
Only 10,000 of it was worldwide.
right. And it was not critically acclaimed.
No.
Siskel and Ebert, those guys, they just
Okay.
gave it a mediocre, rating. I thought, oh boy, that's because they are men.
Yeah.
They don't get it. And
And-
back in 1980, they did not get it.
No, and Siskel and Ebert never really had popular opinions. Like, I don't.
Right. I think that they were more TV stars than they were critics.
Probably.
They had their TV shows. Even some guy named Gary Arnold, which I've never even heard of it, that
Yeah.
even Ronald Reagan threw in on this.
Oh.
He and Nancy viewed it in the White House, and he just didn't think it was anything important.
But, okay. Ronald Reagan, who ruined the United States.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay. Just making sure
Right.
that there wasn't any other
No.
Ronald Reagans.
Unless there is some alternate universe where there's a Ronald Reagan that's married to Nancy in the White House.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It starred Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, Dolly Parton, and Dabney Coleman. They
Uh-huh.
were the main players.
Yes.
A lot of little people in here that I guess people would recognize, but I didn't write down because I didn't really feel it was
Right.
super important.
Well, there were a lot of character actors.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people in and outing. So that's why it was a big movie. $10 million budget.
Yeah.
Holy cats.
How much of that do you think was on wardrobe?
Oh, a lot. I thought the wardrobe was pretty fancy.
Yeah.
I almost put on a skirt and tights to come to watch this
I
movie.
thought about it.
I did. I did. I got some new tights. They had no holes in them. I thought I could be a 9 to 5 girl. And I thought, nah,
No.
no.
You're lucky I put pants on.
Yeah. I only put pants on because I had to go to 2 stores. Yeah. Oh, you know why we don't know anything about Colin Higgins?
Why?
Because he died at age 47
Oh.
in 1988.
Oh.
I don't remember writing that, but I do have it here.
Have we been smoking reefer?
Maybe. I don't know the way the cat was acting. We might have been. He died of an AIDS-related illness, I believe.
Oh, dear.
And before he died, he started the Colin Higgins Foundation to provide support to gay and transgender youth.
Oh,
That's why we don't know anything more of him.
how wonderful, though.
Yes, yes. In his death, there was light.
Yeah. Oh, again, Ronald Reagan, who poo-pooed the AIDS epidemic, causing millions to die unnecessarily.
Correct.
Okay. That Ronald Reagan.
That one. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. The screenplay was written by Higgins and Patricia Resnick.
I saw that, but the names didn't mean anything to
Yeah,
me.
she's done more movies,
Okay.
mo- women's type movies, and Maxia is another one of those movies that was for Women's History Month, which is why we chose 9 to 5.
Yeah.
She's been bigger things in TV.
Oh.
Mad
okay.
Men,
Oh,
Better Things.
I don't know. What that is.
So yeah, she's done more TV than, but I still don't recognize that name. But why should I? You know, I'm not a movie fan, so
Right. And I don't recognize it because a lot of times that stuff kind of goes past me.
right.
So,
This is the first female film, dominated film, to gross over $1 million.
$100 million.
$100 million. You are correct.
Yeah. I wrote it down too.
I have problems with those zeros.
I have to count them.
Yes. Oh, yes, you do. That is your business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jane Fonda's production company, IPC Films, produced.
Yes.
And this was her idea. The idea of this movie came from her.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that she like worked with working women to get a sense of the role.
Right. Right. And it was perfectly played. You know, the way she came in that first day, all tightened up with that crazy little hat on. Yeah. Entering the workforce is scary.
Yeah, especially when you weren't in the
Yeah.
workforce.
All she did was be a housewife.
Yeah.
Right. It's also the 74th of the top 100 funniest movies.
Oh,
I thought that was interesting. I didn't know if you'd had that. I had some other stuff. Like I told you the other day when we talked about this, I figured you'd have all the trivia, the same silly trivia I had,
yeah.
and that I went in another direction.
Yeah.
So we'll
Okay.
get to that. We got to talk about this movie. I love this movie.
It's a great movie. It's three women become unlikely friends
Yes.
because they have to stick together in a man's world.
Yes.
And in order to get one over on the man, they have to work together. And they do it flawlessly.
Absolutely.
And there is always somebody in the office when the boss is talking to someone exclusively, there is always chatter as to who's doing what with who.
Yes.
So, I understand that office mentality of,
right.
she's sleeping with the boss.
Right. You're in an office of women.
Yeah.
A couple of men thrown in here and there.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. And I know who talks to who.
Right.
Ain't nobody talking to me.
That's because you're sleeping with the boss?
No.
Ooh. Okay, thank God.
My boss is like a cool 75 if he's
Wow.
a day.
Okay. Thank the Lord. Plus, you got Big Daddy to take care of.
Yeah, also, my boss doesn't talk to me, so,
Well, that's a good thing.
yeah. Well, not really. You gotta talk to people to understand what they do. But, that's another story for another day, isn't it?
Right. Lily Tomlin turned the movie down flat. And then when she got in, she tried to get back out. But in the end, it worked out really well for her.
Oh, and I read that she had, she was doing The Incredible Shrinking Woman,
Yes.
and that movie was put on hold for her to be able to do 9 to 5.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. I like Lily Tomlin. I think she's pretty funny.
What-
Her face is worth $1 million.
Yes.
You just, it speaks so loud.
Her eyes.
Yes.
Oh, did my face say that?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's why I enjoyed wearing the mask all these last 2 years because, I can hold my eyes, but sometimes I mouth nasty words at people.
Yeah.
So, gosh darn it, mask came off.
I don't know. I just, you know. Can you please get the fuck out of my space, please?
Yep. Hmm.
Oh,
Sheena Easton, the musician,
okay.
had a big hit just a month before 9 to 5, Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 came out, and it was turning into a pretty big hit. And when it came across the ocean to us, it was called Morning Train. Who doesn't know Sheena Easton's Morning Train?
Yeah, it was called 9 to 5?
Yes.
Oh,
And I believe the whole title of the movie, I don't have it written down, but I think I read this somewhere, is Morning Train 9 to 5.
really?
Yes, I believe so.
Weird.
And
I don't think I knew that.
it was her biggest hit. So
Yeah, it's in my head right now.
yep. Uh, right along with Working 9 to... Oh, can't say that, can we?
Well, I think you stopped yourself enough.
Okay.
Please don't sue
Besides,
us.
anybody that hears me sing is going to be screeching and holding their ears, so...
Something I thought was cute was this was Dolly Parton's first movie.
Yes.
So when she got on set and found that they shoot scenes all over the place and not in consecutive order, she was very surprised.
Yes.
And I just think that's the cutest little story.
Yes. That she didn't know anything about that. I thought that was pretty
And
interesting.
what's funny about that is that she's a great actress.
She is.
She was great in this role.
Yes. I think so. You know what? I cannot even picture anyone else being Dora Lee at all.
Well, they did make a TV spin-off,
They did.
and one of Dolly Parton's sisters played the Dora Lee Rhodes character.
But I can't honestly say I ever saw those, so I can't say whether that was a good thing or a bad thing.
Right. I didn't even know they made a TV show until I read it,
Yes.
and I was like, oh.
And there was also a Broadway musical.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hmm. And the studio did want a sequel.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, it made
it-
enough money.
Yes. But it just really never came together, I think.
Well, I mean, but how do you really go forward from there?
Exactly.
Does Violet take over the entire company?
Well, that would be, yeah, I read that and I thought, oh, I'd love to see these three women do another movie together. But what? How?
Yeah.
About what?
Well, I think maybe it just ended. But Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin had been on a show together that ran for 6 or 7 seasons on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, called Grace and Frankie.
Oh.
They were kind of rivals in life until their husbands told each of them that they were going to leave the wives for each other.
Oh my goodness.
The husbands
Oh.
played by Martin Sheen and Sam Waterston.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to turn that television on how you showed me and watch that.
You have to get Netflix though.
Oh, it doesn't have Netflix on it?
You have to talk to Blythe about that.
God damn it. Okay.
But
Did
yeah,
I say that? I'm sorry.
but they become unlikely friends when all of that happens, and apparently it's very cute. I've never watched it.
All right. And these three roles were written for these three women
Oh, okay.
because this was a Jane Fonda thing. She's the one that thought up that this would be a good movie and stuff. She had these people picked out, and the parts were written for these people.
Oh,
And
okay.
I thought, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I can't even picture anybody else doing these parts.
The guy you see at the very end, Russell Tinsley,
Yes?
Gregory Peck, and Charlton Heston both turned down that role.
Holy cow!
They didn't want a little cameo.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was one day's worth of work.
One day, we'll have you out by lunch.
Yeah, probably.
I did read that Dolly Parton took this role on the condition that she could do the theme song.
Oh, really?
And she does that with all of the movies she appears in.
Oh.
And the only movie that did not use her song as the theme song was Steel Magnolias.
Oh, okay. Did Steel Magnolia have a theme song?
I think it had something different.
Again, I've never seen that movie.
I haven't either. It just is one of those movies that seems incredibly sad at the end,
Okay.
and I don't want to watch that.
All right. Yes. And why this is important for Women's History Month, why this was picked by us, is because of the fact that at that time, women in the 70s, women made a huge influx into the workforce.
Right.
And they were low paid, low respect jobs.
Yes.
And the idea of rights and respect and even money is a huge opportunity that women had to overcome to get to where they are today.
And still do.
Oh, yes.
Because we are still making, 76 cents on the dollar?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something ridiculously small. And there is a documentary out there. I couldn't find any real, I just found like little blurbs that there was a documentary that they were making about this, and that it's on PBS is involved in some way, which, I should have worked it a little harder, I guess. But I will find it.
Okay.
And some other movies that are important for Women's History Month that we all should be seeing.
Okay.
Hidden Figures.
Oh, absolutely.
NASA hired those women to do all that.
The black women.
Yes, black women.
Yes, which is an even bigger deal.
Right. And how they pulled it out.
Yeah.
On the basis of sex? You're going, what? RBG? RBG the movie?
Oh, I know who RBG is.
Yeah.
On the basis of sex, it sounds familiar, but I've got it. There's nothing. I don't
Yep.
see a picture.
League of Their Own?
Oh, There's no crying in baseball.
Right. And women in sports, even today, there's the soccer people.
They just won $24 million.
Yeah.
Because they are paid half of what the male soccer stars are paid. I read somewhere that the male NBA players get millions of dollars in their contracts. The WNBA players, $250,000.
Right. That woman
Maybe.
that's that young woman that's in jail in Russia right now.
Yes.
She has to go to Russia to play off season because she only makes $200,000 a year. And she is cream of the crop top.
Yeah.
And $200,000 a year, doesn't an NBA player make that in the morning?
Yeah, they sweat that, walking from their Lambos into the facility.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know if we can say the words, but it's basketball time right now, the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And remember last year the women showed their training room. Do you remember that?
Oh.
They had this big training room.
Yeah.
They had one set of weights and a chair or something like that.
And the men's have like a full stocked,
oh my goodness,
actual
it was
gym facility.
And I'm sure there were little men running around with towels and stuff. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I wonder if the women got better treatment this year than they did last year.
I don't know. We did just fill out the brackets for the March Madness at work.
Yeah.
So far, I am doing better than two men who did not finish their brackets.
Oh my goodness.
So it's not looking good for the kid.
Oh no. Oh boy. Okay.
Gonzaga for the win.
Yay. I love. Who doesn't like to say Gonzaga?
That's exactly why I pick them. Every year I pick them.
I like it. Okay, back to the movies.
Okay.
Suffragettes.
Oh,
which
absolutely.
is about suffragettes. The United States versus Billie Holiday.
Oh.
Drug enforcement came after her.
Real hard.
In a big way.
And Marilyn Monroe was an unlikely player in her story.
Really?
Yes. There was a club that Marilyn Monroe, I guess, went to, frequented, and I guess it was not a segregated, is that, no, a not segregated club because they would not let Billie Holiday play there. And she said, well, I'm not going to come here anymore if you don't let her play.
Oh,
And they let her play.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, good for her.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep. Erin Brockovich, another woman who went underground to find out why the contaminated water was making people sick, and
And
it was being covered up.
the the downside of the Aaron Brockovich story is that Thomas Giraldi's law firm was the law firm that spearheaded that,
Mm-hmm.
and Thomas Girardi and company, that it's got a name and it's not in my head, are currently under fire for Giraldi embezzling funds from damages won by victims
Oh my goodness.
that he represented. And he was on Housewives of Beverly Hills
Oh boy.
with his, I don't know, 15th wife, Erica Jane, you know.
15?
Well, I don't know, but
At
you know.
least. Yeah.
He's 110, she's like 45.
Right.
So, you know.
Right.
And her whole shtick was that she's a rich bitch and she's expensive and she's just super glam. She's a former stripper from New Jersey.
Oh.
I mean, you're not great.
Is-
And
is
also,
she-
she's not super hot, so I don't understand where
Is
all
she
this is coming
rich
from.
from the money she made, or
Absolutely
is she rich
not.
because she married some rich guy
She married
and
a rich.
took his money, and then married another rich guy? Okay, yeah, too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. But Thomas Girardi is in huge trouble right now. And he also, all of a sudden, after he was arrested, he apparently got dementia.
Oh, really?
Really conveniently got dementia.
Oh, okay.
So now that he's under a conservatorship and they're trying to try him for stealing millions of dollars from people that needed the fucking money.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that whole story, but didn't Erin Brockovich find out about this water business because of files she found at the law firm?
I think so. I didn't see the movie.
Me either. I only remember because it was news.
I do know that in the movie, Julia Roberts plays Erin Brockovich, and at one point she's in a diner, and the waitress walks up to her with a name tag that says Julia, and the waitress was, in fact, the real Erin Brockovich.
I do remember that. Yep.
So
Yep.
I know that. But yeah, the Thomas Girardi thing, that's a big deal. He's a huge thief and has swindled many, many
Ugh.
people out of money they need to live.
Yes.
One guy, his house randomly blew up. It killed his fiance. It left him severely disabled. He was awarded big money, and Girardi said, well, I'm going to keep it in an account for you. And then he just used that as his own slush fund.
Oh my goodness.
So this man is brutally disabled, and he's out all this money that he was supposed to get.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But happens every day, doesn't it?
Yep.
No,
Most of those lawyers are called ambulance chasers.
Yeah. Hooray for me and the hell with you.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. And there are many, many other very important movies about very important women that take the time to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might be interesting. I do think I would like to see the RBG movie. I really think she was something.
She really was, and we're not going to get another one of
No.
those. I do have hopes for this one that Biden is trying to push through. And now that we have control of the Senate, I'm pretty sure she will be confirmed.
Maybe not, because we got that guy from Tennessee. No, Virginia. What's his name? Can't even think of his name.
Lindsey Graham?
No, the
Joe Manchin?
Manchin, yeah.
I don't think
You know,
he has
he's-
any dealings with Senate committees.
I don't know, but he's something else.
Yeah. I love the memes that they show that, women can't hold jobs in politics because they're too emotional. And then it's a picture of Brett Kavanaugh screaming and crying at his hearing, and Lindsey Graham just like baring his teeth and.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Getting back on track.
Okay, yep,
The
here we
ladies'
go.
names were loosely based on their real names.
Yes. Yes.
Jane Fonda's name was Judy.
Uh-huh.
Dolly Parton's name was Dora Lee.
Uh-huh.
And Lily Tomlin's name was Violet.
Violet. Yes.
Because they're flowers.
Yep. But 9 to 5 was a feminist movie before there was feminists.
Yeah.
Even though Jane Fonda was always, I think she was ahead of her time, speaking up for the disadvantaged things that, she was way against the war, the Vietnam War.
Oh,
she was,
yes.
Out front of that. And, if anybody's going to bring feminism forward, it's going to be Jane Fonda.
Right, and she's been arrested several times recently on her, what are they, Fire Drill Fridays?
Yes.
I don't know if they're still doing those, but for, what is this for? The Fire Drill Fridays. Was it climate change or?
You know what? I'm
I
not
don't
exactly
remember.
sure. I'm going to have to look that up, because I know about it, but I don't know anything about it.
And a lot of people got arrested with her.
Oh, yes. Fire Drill Fridays take action. Yeah, Planet. Act now to save the planet. Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, and yes, she is still
Yeah.
a voice of a conscience.
Yes.
You don't hear about her, lavishing money everywhere. You hear about her doing things.
Right.
So if she's lavishing money, it's on the down low, and that's okay with me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you made that money, spend it. I don't give a shit.
Right. She came for money and she made her own money.
Yeah.
So good for her. What else did we find out? What other trivia did we find out? There was a ton of trivia.
Oh my God, there was so much trivia. Jane Fonda loved working with Dabney Coleman so much that she had him cast as her husband on the movie On Golden Pond.
Oh, yes.
And Lily Tomlin had suggested him for 9 to 5 because she had seen him somewhere else and was like, he had this sexiness about him. And I was a little surprised by that because I don't find Dabney Coleman any kind of attractive. He looks like a mediocre white guy.
Well, I guess in 1980, the way he walked, the way he held himself, maybe that might have been sexy then. He didn't do anything for me either. I don't know.
Roz, the eyes, ears, nose, and throat of The Office.
Yes.
She was in both The Birds and The Graduate. She played Dustin Hoffman's mother in The Graduate.
I do remember that.
I've seen that movie before, but again, I can only place Dustin Hoffman. I can't even tell you who the girl was. I know that Mrs. Robinson was
Anne
Bancroft.
Yes, yeah. Yes, and she's married to who?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Well, she was. She's
right.
passed.
Didn't Mel Brooks just pass too recently?
No, he's in rough shape though. He's 1,000 years old.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Dolly Parton bought her entire wardrobe from the production to display at Dollywood.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
Oh, how fun. I want to go to Dollywood.
I kind of do too. Like it just, well, I mean,
sometimes she goes there herself.
Really?
Yes, I've seen that on TV and stuff.
It's the people that go there that I don't really want to be around, but the people apparently in that area of Tennessee, she takes care of very well. They make good money and
yes,
everything is nice and
well, she came from nothing.
Yeah. And she raised, 10, 15 siblings.
Yes. I think Dolly Parton's fabulous.
She's wonderful.
This whole literacy thing she's doing right now, have at it.
Yes, she will send your child a book a month
Yes,
at no cost to you.
right. And she has stocked the libraries with books.
Yes,
And who doesn't like a children's book?
of
Oh
course.
my goodness.
Yeah.
My favorite authors are children's authors.
Yes.
James Howe, I love you. I mean, she's just a wonderful person.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not. I don't know, but I
I-
think she is. And she's in the news right now. She's been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
And she said, please no. She said, please take my name off. She doesn't feel she's earned that. And they said, yes, you have. And they kept her on. But how wonderful. She's a country artist.
Yes.
She's not a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame person.
But, and we talked about this at work the other day, me and a lady who, she's really into music. And I surprise her because the stuff I listen to, she's just like, where do you even hear this? I'm like, I'm weird. I listen to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But she's like, yeah, she shouldn't be there. And I'm like, well, I mean, using that logic, NWA shouldn't be there.
Right.
A lot of people shouldn't be there. Prince,
Right.
he wasn't really a rock and
No.
roller.
No. I think that unfortunately they named it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that's kind of now a misnomer.
Yeah.
It should be
Just the Music Hall of
The
Fame.
Musicians Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because now everybody listens to every kind of music. I don't think I know anybody who listens exclusively to country music or exclusively to rock and roll or exclusively to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that people listen to a lot of stuff now, and it's not just one genre or the other.
I had to, I told you, so I played that cover list at work
Yes.
yesterday. I had to look up the woman that sang the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road cover.
Uh-huh.
She's an English black lady, and she's large. She's a big woman, and she's got this big voice, and it is so perfect for that song. It is I would go on a limb to say it's almost better than Elton John's.
Wow. What's her
It's-
name? Say her name.
Her name is Yola, Yola, no last name.
Wow, that is not even familiar to me. I'm
No.
going to have to look.
And I watched a live video of her at Farm Aid,
Oh,
and oh my God, hugely talented. Her voice is awesome.
wow.
And she can go real low and real high. And
Oh,
it was
wow.
amazing.
Nice.
So if any of you guys get a tickle, find Yola and listen at least to her Elton John cover. It's fabulous.
Alrighty. Yep, it just says in here, Yola,
Yeah.
musician. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's pretty too.
She's a gorgeous woman. She's got all that hair.
Wow, yeah,
Oh,
that's a lot of hair.
I would kill for a mane like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh my God. What else? did
She
I see?
received 4 Grammy nominations in the 2020 Grammy Awards.
Oh, good for her.
So she's been around a while.
Good. Good. She deserves any accolade she gets. She's an amazing singer.
Cool. Nice. So, Dolly, you do deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. If Bootsy Collins can get in, and who else is it? NWA. Who else isn't really?
Oh my gosh, there's tons and tons of musicians that aren't really
Rock and roll.
rock and rollers.
Janis Joplin. What was her real major contribution to music? She made one album with Big Brother
Yeah.
and a solo album that came out like right around when she died. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, did she really change music?
No, not at all.
Was she a great singer? Yeah.
Oh yeah. She has a voice, yes.
But was she a rock singer?
I would say no,
I would have called her more of a blues singer.
right?
But she's there.
Correct. I mean, I think that it should be not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame anymore, although that's what it is and that's what it's always going to be. And that's a wonderful place. I remember we went years and years ago when you were little.
No, I was in
And
high school.
we thought, well, don't you think that was little? I
Not
didn't
anymore.
think it was all that impressive.
I did see David Byrne's big suit, and that was pretty cool to me.
But I went recently, more recently, probably in the last 10 years, and I was very impressed.
Really?
Yeah, because it was much more interesting.
Okay.
So that's another place. Go there, see it,
Yeah.
make your own decision.
I feel like driving to Cleveland.
Cleveland rocks.
That's what they say.
And I would also like to go to Nashville and see the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
I would really, really like to see that one day. And the new one and see the circle on the stage. I'd love to see that. You know, I remember seeing all those TV shows and when I was a kid and years ago, you know, and I I like some of that music, but I like the old country stuff
Yeah.
more than the new country
Well,
stuff.
the new country stuff is just like pop rock.
Yeah.
Like, what is that called? Um, crossover. Country
Yeah,
crossover.
there's a lot of stuff that's
Yeah.
both sides.
And I don't like that.
No,
Pick a side.
yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. You
Yeah.
know what? You gotta in today's economy, you have to speak to many listeners.
Huh?
Huh? Exactly.
Yeah. You know, Austin City Limits is still on TV.
I know. It's fun to watch every once in a
Yeah.
while. Turn that on late at night.
A band I like, the singer went country. Uh, and it really was not a huge jump because he's a psychobilly, and people are gonna judge me for even saying that because it's one of those bands that people are like, oh my god, it's so psycho, and then it's just like, those guys are like fancy men, right? Just like posers. So I get it, I get both sides, but he, a psychobilly is like old time country and Elvis style rock and roll mixed in with horror movies and a little bit of punk, and
Yeah.
so there's a lot of different stylings even there. And the lead singer of Tiger Army, Nick 13, released a country album. He went on like Stagecoach. That's their like Coachella
Uh-huh. Oh, uh-huh.
for country music. And the music is good. The songs are good.
Yeah.
But again, I know him from the other world, and I don't know. Sometimes it jives, sometimes it doesn't, and I think he does the other stuff better. So
And that's an opinion, and it's okay.
yeah,
That's why we're sitting here. We have opinions, and we like to share them.
yeah,
But yeah, and that's like this movie. I think this is a fabulous movie. I love it. It's just a, wonderful, mindless farce.
There's another stiff in the John.
Yeah. And, every job I've ever had, I know I'm smarter than the boss.
Oh, absolutely.
I know I have better ideas than the boss.
Yeah.
And it's not a far reach.
I just read like one of those. I read an article about this, and this kind of goes into that women helping women succeed argument. But this woman had a female boss who was taking credit for her work.
Oh, had those too.
And when this woman figured out that the boss was stealing her ideas, she started secretly watermarking her work.
Oh,
So people would see that, nope, she stole this.
yes.
It's not hers.
Good.
So then there was that argument that, you're supposed to help women. Women are supposed to be behind women. And yeah, we are, but also don't jack my shit.
Right. And that glass ceiling thing and women climbing the ladder. Well, the woman ahead of you is trying to kick you off the ladder.
Absolutely.
Been there, done that.
Yes.
I have no desire to get ahead of anyone or take anyone's job. But when you're a doof, you're a doof.
Right, and I encountered that at my current job. The lady that I ended up replacing didn't want to help me at all. She did not want me to advance.
Right.
Um,
Nope.
I
Nobody can do it as good as I can.
no, and really what I figured out was that it wasn't a matter of me doing it better. It was just that I am much more efficient and not lazy.
Yes.
And that she was making mountains out of molehills in all of the work, and I just do the work.
Right.
And,
And that's it.
you look busy if you're talking on the phone, even if it's to your kids
Right.
all day.
Right. And that's unfortunate because everyone should be helping everyone get ahead. There is no room anymore for, again, I said it earlier, didn't I? Hooray for me and the hell with you.
All right.
There's not room for that. We all have to work together to make this a success.
Right.
And the boss I have right now, I think is fabulous.
Well, of course, because she is fabulous.
Yeah, and she listens to me and she, asks me reasonable questions that are helpful. And I don't, but there are others in the mix who, oh goodness, are just testing me to the nth degree. And you know what? I'm going to win.
Yeah,
They don't know it,
but you're a thug.
but I'm a thug. I'm a thug, yeah.
Try me, ho.
I don't understand why these people have secure jobs. Why are they trying to make me bad? Because if they want me bad, I can be bad.
Right.
And it won't be pretty.
No.
I know how to wreck a crew.
Absolutely.
And I don't understand. All I want to do is make my place of work the best place of work in the whole entire corporate world.
Right.
And it'll be over their dead bodies or not.
Sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I work in a room full of women, and it's one thing to say, we have to raise women up, we have to help each other as women, but then it's another thing to work in a room full of women that you just absolutely want to punch.
Yeah. Yep. I'm there.
My position affords me a lot of autonomy. I really could just be left in a room by myself and be just as efficient
Right.
as I am sitting in my cubicle.
And pump out the same volume that you're pumping out now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there are people in my office, and it's younger women that just don't feel like working. I'm not gonna.
Well,
I'm gonna look like I'm working. I'm gonna try real hard to make it look like I'm working so hard, but I'm not really achieving a whole lot, and my production is really, really, really low, and I don't have time for those women.
I know, and that's my fault, honey. I'm sorry that I made you, a good worker. I mean, they're paying you to do a job.
Right.
You need to do the job. And people today don't know that.
No, and I'm just trying to do a good job so I keep making more money.
Right.
That's my main goal in life, is to make enough money to be comfortable.
I agree.
And yeah,
And it's
hell
so
yeah.
easy to do.
I would love to sit at my desk with my feet up and just bullshit all day. That would be awesome. And get paid for it, but
I don't know. Do you
I got
think
stuff to do.
I don't think I could do that.
Oh, I could. Absolutely.
Maybe for
I
an
could.
hour or two, but I'd be bored.
I got stuff that I can work and talk at the same time.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry I made you a good worker. I'm sorry.
No,
The work ethic that I have, I pass to you. I'm very sorry.
it's fine. And I do want to help. Like, I have the stuff that I do, I have really good notes for. I have super great cheat sheets. They're beautiful. And if somebody says, hey, train this person, I have beautiful notes to give them, lots of reference material.
Huh?
And I'm like, listen, anything can be fixed. Don't worry. You're not going to get this in a day,
Yes.
but pay attention and we'll get this going. And I have trained several people that just don't,
No.
just can't. And I have to I have to wonder, am I a bad trainer or do I just get hooked up with idiots?
Uh-huh. I'd say the latter.
Well, I know it's the latter, but because there are a few people I train that are completely competent,
Right.
but for the most part, I do have to sit there and like, ooh, are they testing me? Because they know I
Yeah.
can't deal with dummies.
Well, they know way more than you. Step aside.
Did I tell you one time that woman that just I don't know if she had like a learning disability or visually was impaired or audibly was impaired. But she came in, she worked for like a week, and she didn't know what she was doing, but she had so many ideas on how to streamline what I do.
Oh boy.
I'm like, you don't know how to clock in.
Oh my.
Maybe get that down,
Right.
and then maybe get down exactly what I'm showing you, and then you can tell me that I'm doing it wrong.
The hard way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing I do is the hard way. I
Oh,
am
no.
never going to show anybody the hard way.
Right.
I think that's what has offended another couple people in the office is I have seen them training people
The
hard
hard
way. And I'll just be passing through and see somebody having a problem like, "Hey, what's going on?" "Oh, well, I can't figure this out." I'm like, "Yeah, it's cuz you're doing it the hardest way possible.
Right.
Do it like this, skip all this bullshit, and just do it like this, and it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy."
Nice.
And I have offended somebody,
Oh my.
and I'm sorry, but that woman went to the school of the woman I replaced.
Oh boy.
You gotta look like you're working real hard when really
Oh.
you're doing everything the long way,
Yeah.
and it's just time consuming, and you're not really getting a lot done, but you're looking busy.
Oh, I don't like that.
No.
And that just happened to me. And new at this job,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this one, it's the lottery machine.
Oh, uh-huh.
I've seen how to do it 2 times. 2 different people showed me how to do it. I had 2 pages of notes and a little piece of paper that old lottery thing that I had notes on. And so I said, I'm going to try this. And the girl that knows how to do it. She goes, okay. So I go in there and I'm pushing buttons. She goes, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm doing what my notes say. She goes, no, you don't need to do that. Push that button, push that button, push that button. And I looked at my notes and all those words were in there, but I also had 2 pages of other words that I didn't need. So guess what? It's simple. Boom,
Everything.
boom, boom, and it's all over.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And if you can't figure out the fucking time clock, don't come to work.
Right. Right. Oh my God. Oh, that's craziness.
But, yes, I want women to succeed, but I also just can't deal with dummies.
Yeah.
People that don't want to learn, people that are lazy, people that are just fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with you.
I agree. And
And
guess what?
that's-
Nobody's better than me.
No, and
I'm smarter. I'm cuter. I'm everything better than everybody. If you've seen a picture of me, you know that's a lie.
Well, I show up to work every day looking like I have shown up to be in a casual office.
Great.
I wear jeans, I wear decent shoes, I wear a nice shirt, sometimes a cardigan. My hair is always combed. It might not be clean, but it's always combed.
And you have a pretty fabulous damn bag on your arm.
That's true. But, leggings, sweatpants, or well, not sweatpants, but like sweatshirts.
Oh boy.
And it's just like, wow. I mean, I've got a copy of the dress code sitting at my desk, and hoodies and leggings without long sweaters are
Not on it?
are on it as not welcome. And
Oh,
here we are, looking like we're going to work out.
oh boy.
Coming to work every day.
Well, we don't have that problem at my place, but because we can wear jeans, but we all have a uniform shirt.
Oh, uh-huh.
So I have 5 uniform shirts.
Mm-hmm.
They go in the wash once a week,
Yeah,
and I'm ready for another week.
yeah,
But jeans, I love wearing jeans.
yeah, absolutely.
That I will never go back to a job that I have to wear dress pants to.
Yeah,
And I thought that was really important to me. The way I look is important to me. I want to look professional. I want to look like I can do the job.
mm-hmm.
And I always thought, you need dress pants and, no, you don't. You can do your job in jeans.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
I
it.
never really understood why that was a big deal. If I'm wearing clean, solid jeans, none with holes in it, and just
Right.
jeans that fit my body right, what does it matter?
Right.
My swimsuit parts are covered,
Uh-huh.
and my movement isn't restricted in any way.
Uh-huh.
So,
Well,
what is the difference between me wearing a pair of jeans and a pair of khakis?
Right. I think that more employers are coming around to that thought that it really doesn't matter what you wear to do a good job. And I
Right.
think that that's a better idea.
Well, and I also think that they're trying to stay attractive to younger workers.
Correct.
And even my boss has come through and asked us for opinions on, and this hasn't been for a while, but this has happened. What could make this more of an attractive job, because the 9 to 5 is not what anybody wants to work anymore.
Correct.
I mean, I go to work when I go, and I leave when I leave, and
Right. That cushiest job I ever had was 8 to 4
yeah,
or 7 to 3.
oh yeah,
I'd show up about 7:30. I'd go home about, 3:30.
yeah,
Loved it. Now, I don't have such a cushy job. I do work like 10 to 6 often, but do I like it? No, not really. But it's better than late.
yeah. Better than 2 to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but
yeah,
yeah, you're right. The office environment, the work environment is more important to workers today.
absolutely. And that's a big thing right now. Oh, last week when I thought that they were doing reviews, it wasn't reviews. They were asking people about, I guess, their opinions on how they work, who they work with, and
Oh,
I guess from there, because they right now people are in teams,
uh-huh.
and it's not really working.
Right.
And I don't know why we really went to that in the first place, because back before, when everybody had their own stuff to do, stuff got done and it seemed to be a lot more efficient.
Yes.
But now there seems to be a lot more um, chances for infighting, and you know
Oh.
you do a
Oh.
little, or I'm going to do a little and you do a lot, and we're
Uh-huh.
going to say we've been a team.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that brings us right back to the movie. Those women all wore the same outfits. Did you notice that? They
Yes.
all had um, the shoes that looked alike. They all had skirts and blouses and jackets, and their hair was just a certain way. See, they had a uniform back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it changed when the girls got in control and they changed things around. The office worked much better.
Yes.
So, it's the same today. Every place of business is the same today as it was 10 years ago, 20, 30, 40 years ago. You have to have an open environment that is welcoming to all,
Yes.
and it makes for a better workplace.
That's why I have decorated my desk with snarky memes.
I want to do that myself.
No, I will not have a good day.
Right. Yes, that's what I'm going to start decorating my work area as.
I have a picture of Patsy Stone smoking a cigarette, and it says "Worst 8 hours of my life." In the show, she was talking about going to alcohol rehab, but in work life, it means the same thing.
Absolutely.
Worst 8 hours of my life.
Nice. Nice. And we got to talk about our food too. We kind of didn't really know what to do, but we remembered that they brought him food on a tray, sandwiches and a drink.
Yeah,
And I thought it was coffee, but it was a tab.
it was a tab, but I had Coca-Cola, so we're okay.
Yes, yes. And so we had nice sandwiches from Panera. Mine was delicious.
Mine was not as good as it usually is.
Well, I think too, making a lunch sandwich at 9
9:30 in the morning.
a.m. might be a little challenging to some.
Yeah, it definitely was yesterday's lettuce, but
We do this in the morning. We usually do it earlier in the morning, but
way early.
today we all slept in,
Thank God.
and so the food didn't get made until this morning. So I think that people weren't used to making a chicken salad sandwich at 9 a.m. That's all.
Just
That's
picking up your
all.
lunch on your way to work.
Yeah, I think it's an okay idea.
Yeah, I was fine with it, but I had a turkey bacon Bravo. It was amazing.
I really enjoy Panera sandwiches. They're quite delicious.
Get any sandwich you ever get on tomato basil bread. I promise you. It's a
I-
little bit sweet, but it's also a little bit earthy.
I just had mine on sourdough, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. I usually get the it's like chunks of turkey and avocado slices and bacon.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one's very good too. But the last couple times, my turkey was just kind of sad.
Oh,
I had two little sad turkey lumps.
oh no, I thought maybe it
So-
was the avocado. They had that little hiccup with avocados
Oh
there for
no,
a while.
no. But so, but the bacon turkey Bravo is. I've moved to that. It's got the sliced turkey on it. It's fabulous.
Good. Well,
And I always order because it says we've got emerald greens on it. It's like 2 sprigs of arugula. It's like nothing, so I always get extra
I
greens.
didn't think of that, but yeah, it was delicious. My
Yeah.
my sandwich was good. I only found one grape in mine though. Panera put more grapes in them,
Yeah, jerks.
but it was delicious anyway.
Yeah,
And the tomato was very yummy.
it looked
I
fresh.
I usually don't get tomato at sandwich places because you don't always get a nice tomato, and I didn't even think of it even after you said any deletes, and I'm okay with whatever. But it was yummy.
Yeah,
So we had sandwiches and coffee, and Lex had a Coke. So we were kind of near the movie.
we didn't have them on fun lunch trays though.
No, we didn't. We just had them on our TV trays.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wait, are these our desks?
Well, technically, they're both.
Okay. All right. Because we just clean our lunch off and put our stuff on the TV tray.
Right.
Because, we are lounging on the couch.
Absolutely. That's why you can hear traffic whizzing by.
Yeah, and the cats come and go, although we wore them out. They're all sound asleep on the trees.
Yeah. No, Ash is still in bed. He never came out.
He-
I
he
just
did.
walked in there. He's laying on Justin's blanket and just looked at me like, "Why are you here?"
He came to see me and get a rub and a cookie.
Yeah.
So he's all right. But
Yeah.
yeah, we've knocked the other two out.
Yeah.
They're exhausted.
Well, it's their sleepy time.
Yeah, I agree. It's my sleepy time. On my day off, I often have a nap around this time. Get up, I have breakfast, I watch a little TV, and then have a nap.
Saturdays I don't usually nap. I did last week. It was awesome. But also, my tummy hurts. I wanted to sleep through that.
Oh yeah.
I usually do my napping on Sunday around 9:30 after we got up at 5 and did running and went to breakfast. And
Nice.
and then we're home waiting for the world to open up.
Nice.
'Cause the movie store doesn't open till like noon on Sundays.
Oh, holy cow. I did not know that because I've never been there, but okay. I'm all right with that.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but when we have to get up at 5 to go to Walmart when they open, so we can be the only people in there.
I don't understand that. I still don't. You've been doing that for a long time.
Justin said he just read an article where they described that as like a whole phenomena where, people just like get up and do stuff when pretty much everybody else is sleeping.
Okay.
Like he thrives when, nobody's really around him.
Well, that's why he has the job he has.
Exactly. And I guess that's the reason we live the way we do on the weekends, because that's how he thrives.
Okay.
I don't care if there's people at the store when I'm at the store. I'll just bitch about it in the car on the way home.
Right. I know.
But if we go to any store and there's a bunch of cars in the parking lot, it's just like,
I know.
So, and then that's the times that we're running through the grocery store. We are marathon sprinting through there.
I know, because everybody's there is, thinking, oh my God, they don't got anything on their shelves. I got to get it. I got to block the people from coming down this aisle. Get out of the way. I don't want what you want. I don't understand that. That
happened to me at the butcher's the other day. This man every time I moved, this man just needed to be in front of me.
Yeah, you might want that piece of cheese he wants.
No, I wanted a couple stuffed mushrooms and a couple of steaks, and I didn't even want awesome steak. I just wanted some little Las Vegas strips, and
he just had to be in front of you.
He just needed to be in front of me.
I hate
and I'm
people
just
like that.
If you're just here flirting with the counter chick, can you go on the side?
Yeah.
And talk to her over there? Because I would like to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And you are standing in the way of me seeing what I would like to buy.
People are crazy.
I don't, this is why I don't leave my house very often.
I know. Yeah, but people are like that, and I don't get it. Like the other day, I went into to get a sandwich or something. I had a long day at work. I thought I'm gonna stop at the grocery store where they have, sandwiches and pick up something by my house. And this guy was in front of me, walking so slow, and I knew he wasn't going to buy anything, so I just went around the other side and I got something else. And then he had to come around that side. I thought, dude, I already got something. If you wanted this, you should have walked a little faster.
Right.
All I want is a little ham and cheese sandwich to take home and eat before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a good one, it was just okay.
Yeah.
But, when you go to the store not knowing what you want to eat,
that's the worst. That's when you buy garbage.
Right?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Me either. A whole box of cookies, for Christ's sake. Wonder why my stomach's upset. Anyway, but, yeah, and I like those little roll-ups that they have at Kroger's.
Oh, uh-huh.
But those now they're like $5 for 4 of those little roll-ups.
What?
Yes. So on a rare occasion, I'll get one of the Italian ones, the spicy Italian. It's got pimento and some pepperoni and some salami. It's real good.
You know that you can make those, right?
Oh, yeah, well, but, sometimes after a long day, all I want to do is grab a sandwich and eat it and go to bed.
You just throw some ham on a tortilla.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the rolls, just cut the tortilla in four.
I don't even know what you're talking. What are you talking about?
Nope, nothing.
But I went over to Aldi. I love Aldi's. I love Aldi's.
Uh-huh.
And I got some bagels and some chicken breasts so I can have a sandwich at home when I get home. I don't have to stop at the store. I just make a turkey sandwich when I get home.
Yeah.
And I got up to the front of the aisle or to the checkout, and I picked up my lettuce, and there's lettuce everywhere. I thought, oh, holy shit. I've been all over this store with a bag of lettuce that's open.
Oh, so you Hansel and Greteled it through the
That's
store.
exactly what the girl said. She goes, oh, well, you Hansel and Greteled it so you'd know where you were going. I said, yes, I did. Thanks for noticing.
Oh.
So she rang it up, and I ran over and got a different bag of lettuce. For criminy. What you would think I would have noticed
Nope.
it when I
Mm-mm.
picked the bag up that it was hanging open.
Why would you?
Yeah. Why would I have bought lettuce in a bag,
Well,
first off?
first of all.
I know.
Well, we didn't talk about this, and it doesn't really have any bearing on anything, but Thursday was St. Patrick's Day
Oh, yes.
here in the States.
Yeah. Oh, and today is a testicle festival
Oh,
up in
darn.
Michigan. We should be going there.
No.
Okay, let's go back to the delicious Jig's dinner you made.
Oh my God. My first attempt. It was not seasoned very well because somebody forgot.
Just a little salt and pepper is all it needed.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was real good.
And I had a big old plate of it last night for dinner, and it was really good.
Yep, I ate the last of mine yesterday too. I got a take-home package. Yum.
Yeah. And Justin had texted me Friday morning. He's just like, I left. He's like, it looked really good. He's like, I left. I'm going to save it for dinner. And I'm like,
Nice.
okay. You know,
There's more.
there's more in there. You could have it for breakfast and dinner.
That's what I did. I had it for breakfast and for dinner.
But yeah, that was my first attempt. I was pretty proud of it.
Yeah, you did fine.
Yeah.
You did fine. I think that everything was delicious.
Yeah.
The carrots and potatoes were cooked perfectly.
Yeah.
The meat was delicious.
Of course.
You could do that again.
Absolutely. Justin's like, this needs to go on the rotation. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that we talked about that when we were eating. That
Yeah.
you know, sometimes stuff like that doesn't taste as good when it's not the day. You know? I don't know. You'll have to try it. You'll have to try it and see how it tastes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I had a good time making it. It was fun.
Yeah, I hope it was easy. And good idea using the little carrots.
Oh, absolutely.
What a good idea that was.
you kidding me?
I
First of all, I'm not peeling a carrot.
okay.
I paid too much for this manicure to peel a carrot.
Yeah, I understand. Oh boy, yep.
Yeah.
So it was delicious.
Yeah. And we talked about our next movie.
Yes, we did.
And
Believe it or not.
I know,
We planned. We planned.
we're prepared this time.
Sometimes.
Who
Yeah.
knew?
Yeah, go figure.
We are going to watch Edgar Wright's Hot Fuzz.
Oh boy.
It's the middle of the Cornetto trilogy. It is a trilogy. Mom's old boss.
Yeah.
Tried to tell her it wasn't.
Yeah.
It is. I think you'll enjoy it. It has that horror element. There are a couple. I mean, there are some deaths, and some of those death scenes are a bit gruesome.
Ow.
But I feel like it's that gruesome in a way that it's just like over the top, and how can that even happen?
Oh, okay.
So I think that's how you'll take it.
Okay.
Plus, it's got some brilliant cameos,
All right.
and I'm really excited about that. But it's just a fun movie.
All right. I'm excited.
Yeah.
If it's half as good as Lily Tomlin driving around with a dead guy in the back, I mean, wow. And it's the wrong dead guy.
That's the best part of that whole thing. And then to just leave him in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And just for that cleaning lady to be completely nonplussed about it. She was just like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Why me? Oh, fun movies.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as bad as I think it would have sounded to me a year ago.
No, and it's based. It's a cop movie. It's a buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that guy with the little shorty shorts was in it would make it fun.
Lieutenant Dangle?
Yes.
Lieutenant Jim Dangle?
Oh my goodness.
It kills me that you think that's so funny.
And
I'm
I've
dying.
never seen that show, but I've seen the commercials.
Oh boy, they're all ridiculous.
Of course. Because that's the way I like it.
Yes.
The stupider, the better.
Yes.
Okay.
What else? Oh, I guess we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna eat.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't remember them sitting down to meals. But I mean, it's an English movie. You want to just have like fish and chips?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, twist my arm a little bit.
Yeah, force me.
Yeah.
I'll make tartar sauce for myself. Thanks anyway.
Oh, gross.
She eats the fish and chips without the tartar sauce.
Or the vinegar. I don't need it.
I don't put the vinegar on my chips or on my fish, but I do like them on the chips.
Ew.
And I did put some vinegar on my Jake's dinner when I got home.
I thought about that as I was driving home. Like, oh, I should have had a little bit of vinegar hanging out.
Yeah, well, I put it on mine when I heated everything up. I put the vinegar on it.
Oh, well, good. Because I did think about it. It was an afterthought, but
I love the cabbage with the vinegar on it. I think it makes it so much better.
it's just as awful. It's awful. Don't do it.
It's just like salad dressing on salad.
Awful.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll bring my own dipping sauce.
Okay,
Then.
well, Justin buys the Frisch's tartar sauce, and he uses it once, and then it sits in the fridge.
Oh, I
and
love the
then we have
Frisch's.
fish and chips again, and he buys a new one.
Oh, dang.
So we might have some good Frisch's in there.
Oh, I love the Frisch's. Every once in a while I'll buy that to put on the ham and Swiss sandwiches.
That's disgusting.
Oh, delicious.
Gross.
What do they call it? The buddy boy at Frisch's? Or whatever big boy you have around your town. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay.
Gross.
Sorry.
When do you have some more time? Do you know? Have any idea?
I do not. I think I work next Sunday, but she's been giving me off Saturdays, so I'll have to let you know.
Okay.
I'll go. I have to go and get my schedule. For whatever reason, I do not get a schedule when I leave on Friday for Monday, so I don't. And this company I work for does not have an online schedule thing.
Oh.
I don't get it.
Weird.
Yeah. So I have to go today and get a schedule for Monday.
Our payroll thing just moved over to a different payroll system, and everything is supposed to be there's a computer version and an app version, and you're supposed to be able to do everything on the app and the computer version, and none of it is set up. So I can't tell you how many vacation days I have. I can't tell you.
Well, I can't.
If anybody knows I requested time off.
Right. That's so funny. I was, with this little trip we're going to make, I didn't think I had any time because when I look at my page where it tells you your vacation time, there's nothing there.
Right.
And I was telling my boss, and she said, "Oh no, you've got vacation days." And she pulled it up on her side, and she could see it all. She goes, "You can't see this?" I said, "No, I can't see that."
Oh.
So, but I have to wonder if that's part and parcel of being a union shop. It's different because it's union rules, not the company rules. I go by company rules.
Right, because you're not a union
I'm
person.
not union. But the rank and file is, and maybe that's why I can't see it in my time and attendance.
Well, maybe that's also because you can't control your time and attendance. You can see everybody else's, but you can't see your own. Maybe it's one of those things.
No. When I'm doing time and attendance, I can see everybody's. I cannot see my own.
That's what I'm saying.
But when I go into my side, my employee side, where I clock in and clock out and, stuff like that, there should be accruals there where I could see my time.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
there's nothing there.
Okay,
It's blank.
I see.
So, yeah, I should be able to see my time and my available vacation time. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if I have vacation or not. We're still taking the trip.
Yep, that's what I said.
Yep.
I deserve some time off.
Yeah. And, there's opportunity to buy more bags.
I told Justin that the other day. I said, I'm going to 3 outlet malls on 3 days, right? He's just like, what?
Oh, no. This news to him?
Yes.
Oh, dear. And I know you've talked to him about it.
Well, I don't think it sinks in until
Oh, I'm
Tuesday
leaving tomorrow.
night.
I'm leaving in the morning. Oh, you are? Oh, that's now?
Yeah, and I'm not going to be back till Saturday-ish.
Yeah. Oh my, that's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll have a good time.
Me
I
too.
hope we see a lot of beautiful stuff. And
I hope I buy a lot of beautiful stuff.
well, even if we don't buy anything, we're going to have a good time.
Well, yeah.
Hope we have some nice food.
Yeah.
So
And there's
something
a
different.
bunch of casinos around where we're going, so maybe we'll,
Take our hot 20s into one of them.
yeah.
Yes, a hot 20.
Yeah, we're high rollers.
Yeah, we are.
And I play out of one pocket and win into the other, so
Yeah.
the two never meet.
That's correct. As they should never.
No.
Yeah, we're bad. Casino people don't really want us coming.
No.
Because we take our 20 and when it's gone, we're done.
They're like, can you at least buy a drink or something?
No,
And we're like,
no.
we'll take a free soda.
Yeah, we're going to the machine over here and helping ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
You can tell the girl in the short pants to get me a water, please.
Yeah. Oh, but we'll have fun.
Yeah.
We will.
We're going to have a good time.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I think we've done it.
I think we have. I think this was a good one.
Yeah. And unfortunately, not a whole lot has changed in 40 years. But
No, it sure hasn't, has it?
I mean, it's gotten a little bit better.
A little.
Your boss can't outwardly smack your ass anymore.
That is true. Harvey Weinstein.
Ooh.
I think that's what I got into something about him in the that little documentary that they're doing. So I'm gonna have to do more. We'll talk about that again.
I did see something about Harvey and Bob Weinstein, but I didn't. They were just kind of like secondary players in whatever I was reading.
Yeah,
So I didn't really pay too much attention to it.
I'll find out.
But I mean, sexual predators have been in Hollywood since there was a Hollywood.
Yep.
And
Since day
suddenly
one.
this is very surprising.
Yeah,
I don't
shocking,
whatever.
isn't it?
Men are awful?
Yep,
What?
I know.
Who knew?
Right.
How did they keep it secret this long?
I don't know. Dick coming back. What are you doing here, Dick? What are you doing here?
I told you that the first time I saw that, because I was much younger when I saw this the first time, and the man standing out watching Judy in the windows freaked me out.
Oh,
Okay, well, I think we've done it. All right, so hot fuzz, fish and chips, whenever.
sounds like a good plan.
Sweet, I'm excited. I think you will enjoy this movie. There are a ton of Jim Broadbent, Timothy Dalton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Did they say Bob's your uncle?
I don't think so.
Aw.
But Simon Pegg, Nick Frost.
Oh, wow.
There's a cameo by Steve Coogan and Bill Nye, and
Bill Nye the Science Guy?
not the science guy.
Oh.
He's the old English guy.
Oh, okay.
And-
Yes.
Yeah, Nighy.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever that says. Nye, whatever.
All right.
Yeah,
Sounds
they're in
good.
it. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it because at its heart, it's a buddy cop movie, and then it's kind of a slapsticky death movie
Okay.
and a mystery.
I think it'll be fun.
I think you'll enjoy it.
All right, my baby.
All right, I guess we will wrap this up and see you, I guess, whenever we see you. Oh, also, we are on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook is Movies with My Mother. Our Twitter is MWMM Pod. We're on iTunes and Google Podcasts and Spotify and pretty much all of the places you can find podcasts. iHeartRadio, we're there. Tell your friends.
We're everywhere you want to be.
Like Visa. Rate and review us. We have an email address, which I don't know why we don't plug this more often,
Yeah.
but the email address is movieswithmymother, all one word, at yahoo.com. Critiques,
Yeah, let us know.
suggestions.
Are we boring you?
Don't be nasty.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah, we'll talk about you.
I will talk shit about you.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, like and review wherever you can on whatever podcast app you use.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we'd
again,
love it.
Yeah, tell your friends. We are having a good time. We're hoping that you listeners are having a good time. And
Yes.
we probably should have said this at the top, but hi to any new people that are
Oh,
listening.
yes.
We appreciate you stopping by.
Love it.
So stop by again with us whenever we post a new app,
Yes.
which should be soon. I got halfway through Friday last night, so
Yay.
yeah.
All right.
All right, friends, we will see you when we see you.
All righty.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.